Happy Friday. I'm Jennifer with Somerset County Family Community Health Science Department, and today, hi, I'll be cooking alone today, but this definitely is a family meal that your family will love. I kind of got inspired to make this for my family after I had, good morning Julie, about 2 weeks ago I had a small outdoor gathering celebration with some friends, and my friend had served this and it was delicious. Everybody just devoured it, and she had bought it. She didn't make it homemade, but I really wanted to create or find a recipe that I can bring this to my family because it was so good. I can taste the flavors of apple and onion, and it had ginger in it, which is going to be optional today. So I found a recipe online. I made it for my family. I kind of adapted it, and this is what we came up with. I have a pan, a large pan, heating. And I'm going to add, now what I'm going to do today for the demonstration is cut the recipe in half because I just made a batch to show you the finished product. So I'm only using half of what the recipe is going to call. So the recipe calls for ½ a tablespoon of butter. So I'm using just half of that, and ½ a tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil. So I'm gonna let that melt. I've already sliced, and you can see, I didn't want to cry, but I've already sliced thin strips of a Vidalia onion, and we're going to thinly slice apples. So you can use any flavor of apple that you have. We have a lot of people watching live, right? We're just looking for apple recipes, or this is the season. This would be a great family meal to make for dinner if you go apple picking with your family, and then you can take those apples and make a dish, and I think your family will love it. So I'm just kind of, you can peel your apple any way that you like. I'm kind of just slicing it because we're going to use these thin slices. I believe this is a Fuji apple that I'm using today. So I'm thinly slicing it. I'm going to show you how thin we're slicing it. Like real thin. Okay. And it depends on the size of your apple. You could use 2 small apples if you have 1 really large apple. And we're going to use chicken today. Oops. We're going to use chicken today as our protein. You could definitely use pork because that also goes really well with apples. So again, you can make it your own, kind of what your family likes, what you have on hand. Okay, this looks ready. I'm going to add the onions in. Just break up all those pieces. Okay, I'm going to add the apples. I have 1 more slice here. My family loves apple cider, so we're adding that as the base for the sauce. Once this gets cooking, the aroma in your kitchen is just so good. Okay, so you would let this saute for a few minutes, about 4 minutes, till the apples and the onion are nice and soft. So we'll let that go. At this time, if you are a ginger lover, you can give me a thumbs up in the comment if you love ginger. This was delicious with ginger. When I made it for my family, my husband and my daughter were not fans of the ginger, so I'm making it today without the ginger. This is where you would add it if you wanted to. Here's ginger. You would just take off a piece, peel off the edges, and thinly slice it into, I'm just going to use an apple peel to show you. You're going to just thinly slice the pieces of ginger so they're like that, even probably smaller than that. Just really thin slices. So that's optional. Okay, now I've already sliced my chicken. And again, I took a package with 2 nice sized chicken breasts. I used 1 already. So I sliced up 1. You can see you want to cut them into just small slices so that they'll brown faster. This is a fantastic meal if you are in a hurry because you can make this literally in under 30 minutes. So we're going to season our chicken with a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper, a ½ a teaspoon of salt, and I have fresh rosemary from my garden that I've chopped up. If you don't have fresh rosemary, you can definitely use dried, but this gives it a really nice flavor. Okay, so once the apples are softened and the onions, what you're going to do is push them all the way to the side. So I have this pan open here. If you need to add a little bit more oil or butter, you can. And we're just going to brown the chicken. Now you want to make sure that you don't crowd your pan. So I'm kind of just adding them one by one so that they're spread out. Okay, if you have a large family and you're using more chicken and you want to double the recipe, you can definitely do this in batches. Okay, so that's going to take several minutes to brown. Now, I'm going to let that keep going. When it's ready, okay, when it's all brown, then you're going to take 1 tablespoon of apple cider, and you're going to take 2 tablespoons of apple cider. So 1 tablespoon of vinegar, 2 tablespoons of apple cider. You can see we love apple cider here. That is kicked. So then you would add that to the mixture, stir it up, and put your lid on just for a few minutes to let all the flavors blend together. I have the finished product here that I made a few minutes ago. You can see the onions and the apples are just brown and soft. You can see my chicken is all brown, and it has the spices from the salt, pepper, and rosemary. And it's just like a really light brown sauce from the apple cider and apple cider vinegar. If you want more of a sauce, again, if you feel it's too sweet or too tangy, you can adjust the liquid. You can even add a little bit more butter if you'd like. So I'm going to dish this up. Now to serve it, you can make rice. This would go really great on rice, and it would be fabulous with roasted potatoes that you roasted with rosemary and thyme. So roasted potatoes with this would be amazing. Okay, and here we go. Here is sauteed apples and chicken. I'm so excited to have this delicious lunch. You want to get a piece with the apple, piece with the chicken. It has such good flavor. So if you like the flavor of apples, onions, you will love this. All right, have a great day. Let us know if you're, let us know if you make it. Let us know in the comments how it turns out, how your family likes it. Tune in next Friday. I'll be making another favorite that your family will love, soup. It's soup season, meatball soup, little meatballs in our soup. Have a great weekend.